I wish I had a child of my own.
Cody, my husband, said in a tone that sounded almost sarcastic. I couldn't hold back any longer and spoke up. What? What are you talking about? Isn't that what we're trying for? I've been enduring his constant sarcastic remarks about us not being able to have children. Even now, he's proudly holding Emma's baby right in front of me.
What?
Cody looked shocked. Despite all the evidence, is he really going to play dumb? I won't let him. I'll make sure they all see how miserable they've made me. My name is Natalie. I'm a 25-year-old housewife. There, it's done. I was preparing dinner in the kitchen. When I opened the oven, the delicious smell of gratin wafted out. I tasted the gratin. Looks perfect, tastes perfect, just the way Cody likes it. Just as I let out a satisfied sigh, I'm home. Cody was back. I went to the entrance to greet him. Welcome home. I made your favorite gratin tonight. I took Cody's bag at the entrance and was about to head back inside.
Hey.
Cody grabbed my shoulder. I felt a cold stare on my back.
How did it go today? It was the due date, wasn't it?
His words left me speechless. My heart pounded, and I felt dizzy.
Answer me.
I swallowed and opened my mouth. With determination, I spoke. It didn't work out. I'm not pregnant this month either. I clenched my fists tightly. Seeing this, Cody let out a heavy sigh.
Again? Why can't we have a child? Making gratin to please me?
I'm sorry, but...
Don't make excuses. All my friends got their wives pregnant right after getting married. They seem so happy, thinking of baby names, buying clothes.
I want a child too, but we've only been married for 3 months. There's no need to rush. Cody stared at me. Then, as if thinking of something, he laughed mockingly.
Natalie, what if you're infertile? Go see a doctor.
Cody snatched the bag from me and went to his room. I covered my face with my hands. I too want a child. To experience the love for it. To be moved by every step of its growth. But maybe I'm not worthy of that. My parents disappeared when I was young. They vanished, leaving me and my twin Emma behind. I grew up without knowing a parent's love. I always wonder if I can be a good parent myself, but I can't give up. I truly want a child, and someday God will grant me this wish. I must keep my hopes up and wait for that moment. Besides, next month is our long-awaited wedding ceremony. It's a bit late, but I'm excited. All right, smile, smile. Today is Cody's birthday. I decorate the cake and prepare a present. As I wait for Cody to come home, the doorbell rings. Ding dong! It's unusual for someone to ring the doorbell. I hurried to the door and opened it. There stood a woman, with a face and style like a movie star. She casually brushed her glossy brunette hair off her shoulders. Sorry to intrude. It was my sister, Emma. Staring at Emma's face, so unlike mine, I widened my eyes in surprise. Emma, what are you doing here?
Just came to visit.
But today is Cody's birthday, right? I texted you that we wanted to celebrate alone. Emma seemed to remember then.
Sorry, I forgot. I just wanted to see you, Natalie. I've been lonely since you got married.
Since my marriage, Emma has been visiting unexpectedly. No, every 3 days. This has limited our time as a couple, and I haven't been able to talk properly with Cody lately. But when I hear Emma say she's lonely, I can't say anything back. We're the only family we have.
Natalie, here, I'm giving you this bag. Haven't used it much lately.
I opened the paper bag Emma handed me. What? This is a high-end brand.
It's fine. I usually give them to friends. This time it's for you. Natalie, take it and go out for dinner with friends.
Oh wait, you don't have any, unlike me. Look at this, I went to a party recently. Emma showed me a photo. In it, Emma and over 100 of her friends were enjoying a lavish dinner. I smiled. Emma, you're so popular. We're complete opposites, really. You've got a successful career, money, and even a boyfriend, right? Well, yes. All of this is just normal for me. Emma laughed proudly. I gave a wry smile. What's that? Then Emma froze, looking at the table. She burst into laughter. Wait, did you make this cake yourself? Yeah, is it weird? Cakes are better bought from a store, obviously. You're really not getting it, Natalie. It's so sad. Emma peered into my face with a smile. Well, that makes you cute, though. Emma laughed. Then her expression changed, her eyes sparkling. Right, I actually have something to tell you. Hello, I'm home. Cody returned from work. We paused our conversation to greet today's main character. As I was cutting the cake, Cody and Emma started laughing over something on TV. This actress is so pathetic. Gets married and can't have kids. And by the time she does, she's 40. How miserable. True. The two of them get along well, often bad-mouthing celebrities. They're like a real couple. Oh, look, a baby picture. My heart skipped a beat at those words. A child is a symbol of happiness. I believe it's a woman's mission to give birth. A woman who can't have kids isn't really a woman. I get you, Emma. We really think alike. We do, don't we? I silently served the cake. Right, Natalie? Cody turned to me. Then, as if remembering something, Emma covered her mouth. Sorry. I wasn't talking about you, Natalie. I meant someone else. At that moment, Emma looked at me with a sly smile. An expression of Emma's I had never seen before. I felt a certain malice in it. The reason Emma came to my house? She said it was because she was lonely without me. That's why I couldn't say no. But is that really the truth? After the party ended and Emma left, I got a text on my mobile phone. I'm pregnant. Remember I said I had something to tell you? Of course, we're planning to get married. Sorry for finding happiness before you. My family member is going to be happy. I should be happy. I should be congratulating her. Yet, a dark emotion was growing inside me. Time flew by quickly after that. Today is the long-awaited wedding day. We chose a small church for the wedding venue. It's a bit modest, but I wanted to save as much money as possible for our future child. Dressed in my wedding gown, I spent a calm moment in the dressing room. But that was shattered in an instant. The door burst open. I'm here! Congratulations, Natalie! Surprised, I turned to Emma, but what I saw next was even more shocking. Emma? That dress! What? What is it? I swallowed and said, You shouldn't wear a white dress at a wedding. Yes, Emma was in a white dress. Sorry, I tried to avoid white, but I just fell in love with this dress. Besides, Emma smiled. Doesn't this dress look good on me? Proudly posing, Emma tilted her head as if looking down on me. Then she scrutinized me thoroughly. Is that dress handmade? It looks more like pajamas than a wedding gown. Yes, I have a favorite designer who made it just for me, with lots of embroidery of my favorite flowers. Emma smiled with just her mouth. Oh, that's nice for you. Embroidery always seems old-fashioned to me, but it suits you well, Natalie, doesn't it? Thank you. I forced a smile on my face. Natalie, it's time. Cody entered the dressing room and said indifferently, Not a single word of how beautiful I looked. I sighed deeply. The wedding ceremony finished without any issues, and the reception began. Now, we'll have a speech from a family member. The moment Emma stood in front of the microphone, the men in the room started buzzing. Beautiful, gorgeous. Wish I could marry someone like her. Their gazes went beyond her dress, admiring her beauty and style. Hello everyone, I'm Emma, Natalie's sister. As you can see, there are some empty seats today. Thank you all for being here. The reception was 30% absent. Emma's friends were supposed to attend, but none of them showed up. As you can see, Natalie doesn't have many friends, just 8 in total. She always spends her weekends cooped up at home, eating sweets and playing with her mobile phone. Isn't it sad? Laughter echoed from the audience. I was shocked. Emma, what are you saying? This is my wedding. This is my reception, right? But I really love Natalie just the way she is. Cody, please make her happy. Emma showed a smile like an angel's. Applause rose. I didn't want to think about who it was for. After the reception, I called Emma to the dressing room. Emma, what was that about? Those empty seats were for your friends, right? Why make it seem like it was my fault? I pleaded desperately, but Emma just laughed awkwardly and patted my head. Don't be mad. If you worry about this, life will be hard, won't it? My friends also said it was a great wedding. Both of them seemed not to care at all. Why? Why is this happening? As I panicked, they laughed at me as if mocking. I couldn't grasp the reality and just stood there frozen. Soon after, my mother-in-law Emily and father-in-law Jackson arrived. They consoled me and scolded Cody and Emma. Cody sincerely apologized, saying he was really sorry. I felt a little relieved, but suspicion about the two of them began to surface in me. The discomfort had been building up slowly but surely. Months passed. Cody, Emily, Jackson, and I were in a car heading somewhere. Cody driving was excited. I'm really looking forward to this. You are too, right, Natalie? I remained silent, looking down. We arrived at Emma's house. Cody, Emily, and Jackson gathered around the living room sofa beaming. She's so cute. I'm glad she was born healthy. At the center was Emma, and Emma's baby. Emma saw me, picked up the baby, and ran over. Look, Natalie, isn't she cute? She looks just like me. Emma radiates happiness, but her eyes were wide, enjoying my reaction with a twisted smile. Congratulations, I muttered, looking down. Wow, so cute. Can I hold her? Of course. Cody held the baby, his eyes shining. Babies are so adorable, right? Look, Natalie, a symbol of happiness. Yeah. Aren't you jealous of me? That's why you're not getting pregnant. Cody held the baby proudly, giving me a mocking smile. I wish I had my own child. At that moment, I reached my limit. What? What are you talking about? Isn't that what we're trying for? What? Cody looked astonished. Emily and Jackson were frozen in shock. I pointed to the baby in Cody's arms, making sure everyone could hear. There, Cody's child, the cute baby of Cody and Emma. The atmosphere froze instantly. Cody turned pale, and Emma's face contorted. I took out a photo from my bag and threw it on the floor. The photo clearly showed Cody and Emma heading to the house together. I know everything about Cody and Emma's affair. As I declared this, Emma burst into laughter. Stop it. This must be some kind of fake, right? Don't be stupid. The stupid one is you, Emma. I suspected you too, so I installed a camera at home, and then, when I was away, you too. I took out my mobile phone and played the video. The evidence of Emma and Cody's affair began to play in the living room. Emma's face turned bright red. What is this? Stop it! Stop it! Emma lunged at me like a mad woman. She snatched the phone from me, threw it against the wall with all her might, and stomped on it repeatedly. The phone screen cracked and made strange noises. I looked at Emma with cold eyes. "It's useless, Emma." Emma, who was tearing up the photo, looked up at my words. "Useless? What do you mean?" Then an incredible shout rang out.
"Cody!"
Jackson was grabbing Cody by the chest.
"You betrayed Natalie, and with Emma. This is the lowest of the low."
"You even made a child. How are you going to take responsibility for this, huh?" Emily was crying, confronted by Emily and Jackson. Cody trembled.
"Wait, we don't even know if the child is mine and Emma's, right? Natalie is just trying to make me look bad, saying whatever she wants."
"DNA test,"
"What?"
I declared loudly. "A DNA test will tell us whose child it is. Why don't you go to the hospital?" Cody stammered, but still pleaded desperately to Emily and Jackson.
"Look, Natalie can't get pregnant at all. A woman who can't have children isn't suitable to be a wife, right?" "Cody, are you out of your mind? A man who cheats isn't suitable to be a husband." "That's..."
Cody was shaken. Seeing this, Emma and Jackson sighed deeply and looked away. "Emma, say something. Why did you do such a thing? Betraying your family is a grave sin." Emma was shocked and shivered. "It's not my fault. The bad one is Natalie." Emma glared at me with a fierce look, teeth clenched. "Natalie stole my first love. That's why." I didn't remember at all. I've been acting tough since Dad and Mom left, but Natalie just wouldn't move forward. I hated it. Yet my first love rejected me for Natalie. Said he liked Natalie, felt sorry for her, couldn't leave her alone. At that moment, I swore, if she wanted to be pitied that much, I'd make her even more pitiable. First, I decided to make Natalie experience loneliness. I repeatedly told Natalie how sad it was that Dad and Mom were gone. As a result, Natalie grew up dark without friends, really pitiable. Next, inferiority. I decided to make her think I was amazing and she was worthless. So giving me high-brand items and bragging about her friends was to make me feel inferior. And probably taking Cody too. See, Natalie is beneath me. Betrayed by Cody, resented by me. Natalie is the most pitiable woman in the world. Emma laughed loudly, but I felt no emotion. Pitiable? Me? I see. That's what you think, Emma. Got it? Emma probably thought I would lose control. Emma froze with a puzzled look on her face. But that doesn't matter anymore. Now, I just hate Emma. I loved Emma so much, and to think she's been manipulating me for so long. It's just too cruel. So I've decided to return everything Emma did to me. I mimicked Emma's laugh. Emma recoiled, as if she'd seen a monster. Was my face that scary? Both of you, just wait and see. I left the house alone. Months passed since then. Cody handed me divorce papers and left. Needless to say, he probably went to Emma's house. Today, I attended a wedding ceremony. It was cold, so I wore a long cardigan over my dress, making sure the dress underneath was completely hidden. The wedding venue was a spacious church in California with over 100 attendees. There were so many people, I could barely see the bride and groom. The bride and groom entered, and applause filled the air. The minister began the vows. Today was Emma and Cody's wedding. I learned about Emma's wedding a month after that showdown. Emma announced her pregnancy and marriage with Cody on social media. The post also mentioned the wedding. Such quick preparations. Probably they had been planning it even before my wedding. That's why Emma didn't invite her friends to my wedding. I didn't send invitations to Emma's friends. Emma said she'd create a group chat and confirm the attendees herself. She wanted to reduce my burden with the wedding preparations. I thought it was Emma being considerate. But now I realize she probably never even made the group chat. She lied that everyone was attending. No one was invited. That's why no one came. A simple answer, really. Thinking about it, Cody too seemed to have invited people he wasn't close with. I had never been introduced to Cody's close friends, before or after our marriage. Whether Cody was connected with Emma before marrying me or it was just bad timing, the reason will remain a mystery. But one thing is clear. They wanted to make this their first wedding. They probably wanted to erase all my time with Cody. I couldn't accept that. What was all the time I loved Cody for then? To have my life ruined, and then for them to be happy? Unforgivable. I reaffirmed my resolve for revenge. The wedding ended smoothly, and the reception began. It was a cocktail party format due to the crowd, and the venue was bustling. I stayed hidden on the sidelines.
Now we have a wedding congratulatory message. Unfortunately, the groom's parents couldn't attend today, but they've sent a video. Please watch.
The host announced proudly. Emma and Cody looked surprised. The venue screen lit up, showing Emily and Jackson. They were smiling, but their eyes had a predatory sharpness. It's finally starting. I watched the screen and smiled.
Cody, Emma, congratulations on your marriage.
Congratulations. In the video, the two of them looked at each other and laughed. Thank you all for coming today. As a token of our gratitude, we'd like to give you a gift. Excited voices rose from the audience, wondering about the present. Emily interrupted them. It's a gift of words. Now, over to you, Jackson.
Leave it to me.
Emily's relaxed expression tightened into one filled with anger.
There's the bride, right? She's Cody's mistress. And not just any mistress, but his wife's sister. Do you understand what we're trying to say?
These two aren't in a position to be celebrated. They're terrible people who committed adultery.
We will never accept this marriage, and will disown them from now on. Stop the video.
The moment Cody's scream echoed, the video cut off. But it was already too late. The audience, shocked by the video, was at a loss for words. Cody stood up and shouted,
Everyone, that was just a joke from my parents. A bit too stimulating, huh?
The guests started murmuring. Is that true? That video? As Emma grabbed the mic to explain, I snatched it from her. It's true. I said just those two words. Then I took off the cardigan I was wearing. 1 year ago, I wore this dress for my wedding with Cody. You remember, don't you, Cody? When I looked at Cody, he turned pale and froze. I took advantage of the moment and scattered something from an envelope I had. It was photos of Emma and Cody's affair, and my wedding with Cody. The copies were enough to reach everyone in the venue. Looking at the chaotic venue, I took a breath. I did it. I got my revenge. Overwhelmed, I sat down right there. Then someone grabbed my chest. Looking up, I saw Emma glaring at me.
Why are you here? I didn't invite you. I didn't tell you the place or time.
I burst out laughing at Emma's panicked look. What are you talking about, Emma? You told me. On social media. It was easy to figure out. Emma's marriage announcement had the wedding date and time carefully listed. Every time she updated her social media, she posted detailed descriptions of the wedding venue and her meticulous planning. It must have been to spite me, showing off how great her wedding was, unlike mine. But that became a clue for me. It was easy to find. Social media is scary, huh?
But why did they let you in? Your name wasn't on the list.
I sighed and gave the obvious answer. Because I'm the bride's sister. The receptionist was one of your friends. She recognized me. No way she would turn away the bride's sister, not listed on the guest list.
Did you set up that video too? Told them it was a surprise and brought it in secretly? We didn't invite Emily and Jackson.
That's right. Emily and Jackson became my allies, They came to my house to apologize, saying they couldn't stand to see Cody and you happy. So we all planned this together for today. I pointed at the venue and laughed. Look, everyone's leaving. Emma was dumbstruck as she watched the guests leave. Wait a minute. Her friends, realizing what happened, all turned to Emma. Oh, Emma. Why are they leaving? Such photos. The photos might be fake, but we don't want to be associated with someone who might have committed adultery. It lowers our value. Value? We're friends, aren't we? Using high-value items to create friendships, and then you say that? Well, we were friends with you for that too. That's why we helped, right? For those group photos to show off to someone. That's... Last thing, Emma. You count friends by numbers, right? The more the better? You don't care about each person. Emma bit her lip as they said, Goodbye, Emma. Her friends left. In the silent venue, there were Emma sitting on the floor, Cody holding his head, and I strangely calm. Well then, Emma, see you. I left the venue. A few days after Emma's wedding, I was relaxing at home, but I knew this peace was short-lived. The doorbell rang. Ding dong! I checked to see who it was and opened the door.
Natalie.
Cody lunged at me.
How dare you ruin our happiness with such a ridiculous stunt?
I can't believe it, you wicked woman. Emma appeared behind Cody and pushed me. I fell against the wall and crumbled to the floor, but I didn't care. I muttered in a cold voice, You two never learn, but I'm glad you came. What? Emma looked down at me with her arms crossed. Cody, check your text. There's important information.
What?
I had sent a text with photos and videos right before opening the door.
Photos and videos? Natalie, not that again.
Cody reluctantly picked up his mobile phone. His face turned increasingly angry. He turned to Emma and shoved the screen in her face.
Emma, who is this guy?
In the photo, Emma was in revealing clothes, holding hands with several men. The video showed Emma entering and exiting a house with them and receiving money. Emma, this is prostitution, isn't it? I stated flatly. Emma, you shop a lot at high-brand stores. You brag to me, but it's impossible on a regular salary. So I did some digging. It was kind of fun. Like being a detective.
Natalie.
Emma snorted angrily. I turned to Cody. Hey, Cody, did you do the DNA test?
What?
Remember, I said a DNA test would prove if the child is yours and Emma's?
There's no need for that because...
Cody swallowed hard. He must have realized the terrible possibility. Whose child is it, I wonder? At that moment, Cody pulled Emma's hand towards him. He stared at her and muttered,
Emma, did you betray me? After all the times you seduced me, and even with the child?
What are you talking about? The child is yours, Cody. Are you doubting me?
Of course I am. How can I trust a woman who secretly does prostitution?
You believe Natalie over me?
Then you'll agree to a DNA test, right? We're going to the hospital tomorrow, okay?
Cody clung to Emma's hand, probably wanting to believe her. That is, Emma's words faltered. This reaction was clear evidence. Cody scratched his head in frustration.
Damn it. I thought being married to a beautiful woman would be something to brag about. Emma, you've ruined my life.
Cody kicked furniture and appliances, then stormed out of the house. Emma, trying to stop Cody, was pushed aside and sat on the floor looking down. Emma? I looked down at Emma and decided to taunt her. How do you feel now? Emma looked frightened. When the DNA test results come out, Cody will probably leave you, Emma, and now you've lost all your friends. Emma glared at me. I have friends. Not everyone has left me. Really? Did any of them contact you? What? She didn't expect such a question. After the wedding, did anyone worry about you? ask about the situation, offer you support? Emma uncomfortably avoided my gaze. I received such messages. When you tried to humiliate me with that speech, and when I divorced Cody, sure, I only have 8 friends, but each of them worried and comforted me. Despite having many more friends than me, Emma, you received no concern from anyone. Emma's expression was one of frustration. Left by the man you stole from me, with no friends left. Poor Emma. It was a heartfelt remark. Emma raised her voice in anger. Poor me? What are you talking about? That's just your perspective, Natalie. I'm not pitiful. I'm beautiful and have a great figure, and men dote on me. I have value. It's you, Natalie, who's pitiful with nothing to offer. Unmoved by Emma's angry outburst, I replied immediately. That's true. Let me say this then. Emma, you're not above me. Not in the past, not now, not ever. I always praised you, didn't I? For having lots of high-brand items? For having many friends? That's what you wanted, right? For me to acknowledge that you're above me? So what? That's right. Here's the thing, Emma. I never once thought you were amazing. What? I looked at Emma's bag, tossed it on the floor. I'm not interested in high-brand stuff at all, and I don't mind having a few friends. I don't envy people with many friends. That's my value system. So Emma, bragging to me was meaningless. That's a lie. You said you envied me, that I was amazing. I did that to make you happy, Emma, because you're family. I couldn't just dismiss your pride and joy with an indifferent attitude. I loved you, Emma. We were the only family we had, so I didn't want to lose you and always tried to be considerate. Emma shouted with a trembling voice. Don't lie. You were trouble because you couldn't have children. That doesn't matter to me anymore. I replied with a sigh. In my life with Cody, I convinced myself that I had to have children. But life isn't that simple. There are many people, many ways of living, and that's okay. I won't obsess over having children and suffer anymore. Then, what about me? Everything I did? Emma started shaking. Unable to move on her own, I dragged her out of the house. Goodbye, Emma. I closed the door. Afterwards, Emma and Cody got divorced. The results of the DNA test showed that the child wasn't Cody's. The news of Emma and Cody's affair spread quickly. It was inevitable, given they had invited 100 people to their wedding. Cody and Emma were fired from their jobs, couldn't find new ones, and were struggling with part-time work. I moved and started a new life. In this place without Emma or Cody, I intended to forget everything and start over. Today, I'm going to visit a friend's house. She just had a baby. I rang the doorbell, holding a present. The friend who opened the door had the happiest smile. Congratulations on your baby. I congratulated her from the heart.